back to Drunk Rob's Kitchen. Today I'm going to make a very simple lunch. If you're suffering from gout, you can't eat a lot of things obviously, but one thing that you basically can eat a lot of is dairy. With the exception maybe some very refined aged cheeses. But most cheese is alright for you, cream cheese and butter is not too bad for you, and milk and things like that either. So what I like to make for lunch occasionally is some grilled cheese sandwiches. But even though it might seem basic, some very common things for gout though. Bread problems. So this is a very, very basic wheat bread, no added ingredients, just very, very basic wheat bread. It's basically what you're looking for. And a couple of cheeses. I've already put cream cheese on some of my bread. Cream cheese side is surprisingly good, and as a thing, it should always be the top slice when you start cooking the sandwich, because you want the cream cheese to heat up last and only get a little gooey. You can use whatever cheeses you like. I'm just using some basic stuff. So this is a very basic Monterey Jack cheese, and this is Kraft single style cheese that are super popular in Korea. It's almost all of the cheese here. This kind of cheese is cheap. This kind of cheese is super expensive in Korea, and it's about $6 for a brick of it. Just some basic butter, unsalted butter. For gout sufferers is what I'd recommend. So that's the cheese ingredients. And then one other thing that I've been using recently that I really like is this pizza herb mix. And what you do is when you put your butter down and it starts to melt, sprinkle some of this on there too, and then put your non-cream cheese side down on it. So let's get started. So first I'm going to scoop up my tabs of butter here, put them on the pan so they can start to melt. And then I'm going to take that pizza herb mix, I'm just going to sprinkle some of it on the butter. It adds a really good flavor to the bread. Take spatula, spread it around so it's about the shape of the breads you're going to put on. And then the non-cream cheese side down. And I'm making a half sandwich with a piece of crust I had. That's going to go down too. First one I put down is this cheese. Kraft single style. Fold it in half for this one. Okay, and then the jack on top of that. Very simple, easy to make, delicious lunch. Two of them on there. Alright, next we'll take our cream cheese side and put the cream cheese down into the Monterey Jack. Push. And push. When I'm cooking things like this, to help keep the heat in for the cheese to melt, I just use a flat lid on top. I'll just push with it a little bit, kind of flatten the sandwich out. Keeps the heat in, which is what you want, so the cheese gets nice and melty. I'm going to keep it on this side for about 1 minute on low, medium heat. So it has time to cook and melt the cheese. Let's finish cooking. This is one of the experimental drinks I'm trying out. It's a lemon, ginger, honey, nani tea, iced tea mix. It's pretty good. I might be doing a recipe for this, but I think next time maybe a little less of the ginger mix when I make it. When I get it right, I'll let you know. I'll make a video. All right, we're gonna take a look. See how the bread's doing here. Okay, so you can see how brown it is. I'm gonna let it go a little more. With white bread, it's easier to tell because it's that easy to recognize golden color. This bread is already brown, so you have to use a little bit more of your own judgment. You definitely don't want to leave it too long because that burnt taste on the bread is not something I like in grilled cheese. Dipping, today I don't have anything to dip it in, but I would recommend very low salt tomato soup, possibly for dipping. Or in Korea, I love to get tteokbokki, and I will dip in the tteokbokki sauce from street vendor, but it can be a little salty and isn't the most gout friendly suggestion. One of the advantages of this big griddle is I can take these off the heat for a second, toss on my other butter tabs so they can get melting. pizza herb mix. Push it around a little bit. And flip my sandwich. Cream cheese side down now onto there. Half sandwich. Slide it up there. Trap in the heat. The second side generally cooks a little faster because your grill's gotten a chance to warm up and you've already warmed up the cheese and stuff. So you don't really need to leave the second side on as long. A minute or two is fine. It's a very basic grilled cheese sandwich, but I really like it. Pretty great for gout. You can I'm gonna have an apricot and some nuts for a side. Whatever you like as your side dish for. This sandwich is probably not enough for a whole meal by itself. It could be a snack. You could eat multiple of them, of course, but it's good to have nuts or fruit and vegetables on the side as well. So let's take a look and see where we're at. Put it on there for another minute or so. Okay, you can see the little one is already cooked through. Nice gooey center. Put that on my plate here. Flip and check this one. Alright, it's got that nice golden patina on that side, and you can see some of the melty cheese and everything. That's it. Nice, simple, basic 3-cheese grilled cheese sandwich. It's gout friendly, cheap, easy to make. Just the two things I'd be careful of making this is please pick bread responsibly. It's good for you. And also try out the cream cheese. Trust me, the cream cheese top bun part, very, very good and adds to the flavor a whole lot. All right, thanks for watching Drunk Rob's Kitchen. See you next time.